Okay, let's create drawing number 23 using Autocad. Here we're going to do a three-dimensional wireframe drawing, no solids just yet. And taking a closer look, you can see it's 3 by 4. We got a few 1.5 inch sections here. We got a 45-degree angle and 90-degree angle. We got some unknown angles, but we'll deal with those as we get to them. But overall, the shape is fairly simple. So I'm going to start a new drawing over here in CAD and go with what I know first. How about we come down 1.5, we go left 4, and then up 3, over 1.5, down some kind of number, and we stop there for a second. Well, maybe I'll put one more line in. There we go. Now the reason I stopped is because I need to make some changes. This says we have a 45-degree angle that comes off of the bottom of this line and comes up, and if you follow this all the way back, it tops out at the 3-inch mark, same as this side over here. So I need to be able to draw a 45-inch line and have it stop at the 3-inch mark, and to do that I am going to want to set my polar tracking to make sure that 45 is an option. Okay, it happens to be set that way already. Then I'm going to want to draw my line, and I'm going to want to move my line after. It's a two-step process. So what I'm going to do is draw my line, make sure I've got 45 degrees. Looks like I do. Type in 1.5. Clearly this is a little low. What I'm going to do is just put in a quick construction line right there. And that lets me know where this should have been if the whole thing had been high enough. So if I just move that object and move it straight up, my angle isn't changing, the length of the line isn't changing, it's just starting and stopping in different locations. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that line, but instead of just randomly grabbing anywhere, I'm going to grab this end point. And I'm going to move the whole object until it contacts that line up above. That's your 3-inch mark. Then I'm just going to get rid of that construction line, don't need it anymore. This is now too long, but that's okay. We can just pull that back there. And we can continue. I'm going to start with another line. And because I've still got polar tracking on, it's very easy to keep this 90-degree angle right here. 1.5. And again, I want to keep the 90-degree angle. I'll just come down until I touch that other line that I created earlier. Now this line's a little too long. We could trim it or just use grips to pull it back. And I should have my completed 2D outline. Of course, before I take this and try to make it into a 3D object, I'm going to measure it, because there are always chances that I have made a mistake somewhere. And so far so good. I wouldn't expect problems on those simple dimensions. Now we need some linear dimensions, line dimensions rather. Need to know this one. Yep, good. We need to know this one. Alright. So far so good. Let's check the angles. This should be 45. Looks good, although, wow, that number's really in a bad place. Let's stick it over here. Okay. We use polar tracking, so those should be 90. We can check them just to be sure. I'll have to click all the way down here to avoid that. That's a 90. I'm just going to press escape, repeat the command by pressing space, and there's a 90. Press escape there too. Okay, that shape is good. These dimensions are going to be a little bit in the way, so instead of deleting them, because I generally want to hang on to something if I've taken the time to create it, what I'm going to do is create a new layer. Just call it dimension and give it a new color. Select all these dimensions and put them on that new layer. And then let's go ahead and freeze that layer. Okay, let's orbit around a little bit. So we've got a 3D view. If you recall, it's 1.5 inches thick. So I'll jump back here, and I'm going to throw a line in and make sure it goes in the Z direction. Now notice right there it says we're polar 1.67 yada yada. If I move my mouse it changes, but it does say that the angle is negative Z. That's what we want. We definitely don't want to eyeball something that looks like Z and not have it snap in that Z direction. You can see the blue, green, yellow, blue, green, red lines on my icon as I move around. That blue line is Z. So just make sure it lines up with blue. It should snap into place if polar tracking's on. And just type in the 1.5. Alright, what that's going to do for us is allow us to do some quick copying. So I'm going to copy that line first. Basically, that's an edge that's going to go on every single endpoint around this object. Those are my corners. Now I'm going to copy again, and I just pressed enter to stop it and enter to restart it. And I'm going to grab the main shape. This might not have been the best viewing angle to do this from. Some of those lines are kind of blending together, but I think I got them all. I'm going to grab this endpoint, put it over on this endpoint. Now if I grabbed all the correct lines, my object should be done. And I can turn my dimensions back on at this point. And this drawing is complete and ready to be turned in.